Okay, controversial take on the BC public parks. Okay, so a lot of people, a lot of white people, a lot of uncultured people. I call them ignorant, uncultured people. They're the same people that are letting in the unchecked migrants that are dumping their trash in the BC. If you saw those videos recently, they're just openly just dumping in the bushes, and they're getting recorded obviously because it's so frequent now, and everybody's like able to pick it up. So those same people that are like, this is racist because the natives don't want people who are not Aboriginal or Indigenous on their trails. The people who can trace back their lineage and are probably live on the res that has no infrastructure or anything, that's already getting encroached on by, you know, right, like you people, the white people that are not supposed to be on the res, hanging on the res. Manitoulin Island's a really good example of it working. Like people who are non-native can live with people who are native, but everybody has the consistency. You don't go on the res, okay, unless because the res doesn't have anything. We have no infrastructure. That was the deal. We get no infrastructure. We get our own land. You fucking leave us alone. Minus the treaties now, where we sold our fucking selves out. We sold our resources out, um, and everybody spent their money on ATVs and quads, ATVs and ATVs, quads, and trucks. Um, that's a whole nother fucking nightmare story that we have to deal with. On top of the people that are like Métis that just should have their stuff and they want it, they can trace their lineage and they do talk to their family and they do go to their res versus the liberal white kids that grew up in the suburbs that want to find their identity, and their identity just so happens to be their fucking Anishinaabe grandpa who from 10th generations ago that they can't trace back and never been on a fucking res, and they don't interact with native people. They don't know what the fucking struggle's like. Anyway, the point is the red is really fucking poverty. Like when you think of when I was a kid, I heard people, hey, give your money to Africans that are dying and they're poor and starving. I'm like, why don't you give it to the res? The reses are up north, further up north. Like I'm lucky. I come from a res that's further south. If the reses up north are fucking, and those the down south ones are bad. So you know what I mean? Send your money to them. Why don't they send your money to the poor native kids? Anyway, the same people that run those companies and that are bitching about, well, it's racist that we can't go on the trails. How about you fix your own trails first? Because you got all the migrants coming and dumping garbage on your public trails that aren't like native exclusive. So the reason they're native exclusive is because we have our own laws. And if you come onto our fucking land and start trashing it, you're gonna stop. You're not gonna the Indian people aren't going to come in their native lands. They're gonna disappear real quick. Okay, the same reason why we have our own police and okay. All right.